presentation of our scholarship awards. To lead this portion of our program, I'd like to introduce Lori Grandstaff, who is the chair of the Foundation's Scholarship Committee and the co-founder of ScholarshipExperts.com, as well as the vice president of product development for Unigo Group. At this time, give a warm welcome to Lori.
Good afternoon, everybody. So excited and honored to be here and to participate in this part of today's program. It's just about time to introduce you to our 2015 scholarship recipients, but before we begin, I want to give you a little bit of background about this scholarship program in general. This scholarship program was begun 24 years ago, and it's designed to recognize academically talented Clay County High School students in their senior year and to provide financial assistance to their college level studies. Thanks to the generosity of Clay Chamber members throughout the year and the success of specific fundraising activities that the Foundation does, I'm pleased to announce that this year the Chamber Foundation is awarding 6 $1,000 scholarships and one $2,000 scholarship to high school seniors. We're so grateful to the Chamber membership and for everybody who acts behind the scenes to make this possible each year. Without that local support and member support, this wouldn't be possible. Also, I just want to give you a little bit of background on the way the Scholarship Committee goes through this process. So each year, I rely on some wonderful volunteers to dedicate hours of their time and their evenings and weekends and afternoons sitting at the computer and looking at the wonderful scholarship applications that have been put forward by some of the county's just best and finest students that are pursuing higher education in the fall. So we go through a blind process for our grading. We don't know names or high schools or gender or where anybody lives when we look at the applications that come through. And we judge holistically, so we look at the student's financial situation, the student's academic performance. We look at the student's work experience, community and volunteer work, and also leadership activities. And we also look at the quality of their written essay. So we look holistically at that. And each applicant is graded blindly without knowing who it is, and we have 3 readers per application. So it's quite a process. It takes quite a few hours, and I'm very grateful each year to get sometimes returning volunteers to serve on the committee and sometimes new people. Anybody in here that hasn't done it before, look for an email next year. Right now I'd like to just recognize the people that have been on the committee. They're on the back of your program, but if you're here, I know there's a couple of them. If you could just stand and we're going to applaud and say thank you for serving on the scholarship committee. I know Doug is here, so you have to stand up, and Cindy's somewhere. So again, look for your email next year if anybody hasn't done it. It's actually a really rewarding experience. So now let's get to our winners of the 2015 scholarship program. The first one that I'd like to introduce, unfortunately, could not be here today due to, believe it or not, some academic commitments. I'd like to recognize Marinelle Del Castillo as our first $1,000 Clay County Chamber Scholarship recipient. She's a dual enrollment student as well as an AP student from Orange Park High School and could not be here today because of those commitments. But we're going to still talk about her and recognize her. She ranks in the top 10% of her high school class. She's a dedicated student and holds several leadership roles for various academic organizations, including she's the secretary for her senior class, the National Honor Society, and the Spanish Honor Society. It was her role as the president, though, of the Anchor Club that helped her find her true passion. She's clocked an impressive 400 community service hours during her 4 years at Orange Park High School, and almost a third of that was with Anchor Club. She said that by working as a team with her fellow members and the community, she has found not only a purpose to pursue, but also skills and mindset to make it happen. She told us that by being a part of the service work with Anchor Club, she's become more open-minded to view others and herself in a new and kinder light. And above all, she learned that service above everything is key. Her hard work has not gone unnoticed. Former Anchor Club International Advisor Beverly Aki knows just how invaluable Marinelle's leadership skills are. She said in a letter of recommendation that it was her initiative, resourcefulness, membership recruitment, information dissemination, organizational skills, and follow-through on plans that successfully brought each Anchor event to fruition. We're happy to announce that Marinelle has been accepted to, and she's going to attend the University of North Florida, where she will pursue a career and to continue serving others in special education as a teacher. So congratulations to Marinelle. Next, and since you are here, you'll just come up and shake hands and get your certificate. I'd like to introduce our second $1,000 Clay County Chamber Scholarship recipient, and this goes to Joseph Hansneck. Joseph let me know he likes to be called Joe, so we'll talk about Joe. He's a senior and IB diploma candidate at Ridgeview High School. He's currently ranked #1 in his class. Good job. And he has an impressive 4.75 with GPA. His involvement with school and community creates a pretty impressive list. He serves as the senior class president, the treasurer for the National Honor Society, and he was the Ridgeview High School representative for the Clay Electric Youth Tour and Rotary Youth Leadership. Joe's enthusiasm to succeed can be partially credited to his volunteer service with the World Relief Center of Jacksonville, where he helps students from around the world adapt to the American school system. And from his experience teaching others, he said, I realized that if these kids have little choice but to succeed in a foreign nation and culture, then I have no reason not to succeed in my own. And because of them, I try to do my best at academics, and I know that they're doing their best as well. Don't just take our word for it. Ridgeview's IB coordinator and counselor, Jane Grinwald, has called Joe one of her best students ever. She told us in a letter of recommendation that Joe is an energetic and exceptionally talented young man who accepts life's challenges with a smile. His personality is illuminating. He lights up the room when he walks in. Joe will be heading to Tallahassee in the fall to attend Honors College at Florida State University. And he plans to study actuarial science. So congratulations. Next, I'd like to introduce our third $1,000 scholarship recipient, and that's Nolan Johnston. Nolan is a senior at Fleming Island High School and currently enrolled in the Advanced International Certificate of Education program, also known as ACE. He's a member of the National Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society, and serves as the academic team captain for Fleming Island High. Among his many school activities and leadership roles, it's his membership with the Boy Scouts of America that Nolan credits with his aspirations for success. He has achieved the highest honor as a member of Boy Scouts of America and received the Eagle Scout Award in 2013. He's served many leadership roles, including Senior Patrol Leader and Junior Assistant Scoutmaster. Nolan said his experience in scouting has taught him patience, preparedness, and many other important aspects to help him be successful and content. He hopes that his own contributions to scouting can help others in similar ways. Nolan's dedication to his academics and community has been recognized by many, including the ACE coordinator at Fleming, Ms. Gina Davis. She said in her letter of recommendation that in addition to Nolan's classroom achievements, he also demonstrates the kind of character traits that are desired. He's polite, conscientious, caring, and dependable. And Nolan will be majoring in aerospace engineering at the University of Florida in the fall. To work for an aerospace company, such as Lockheed Martin or Boeing, where his grandfather worked as an engineer, and he plans to strive toward innovation in aeronautics. Congratulations. Our fourth recipient of a $1,000 scholarship this year is Martine Montgomery. Martine is also a senior at Fleming Island High High School enrolled in the ACE program. She serves as the president for Mu Alpha Theta, the Mathematics Honor Society there, and she was a member of the robotics team, winning the Inspire Award at a regional tournament and the Judges Award at the state tournament. This past summer, Martine attended the Women in Technology program at MIT, showing her both a challenge and exciting new opportunity for discovering her future career. Martine said that her participation in this program helped her discover engineering and gave her the confidence to not only handle a rigorous field of study, but one day to use it to make a constructive contribution to our world. She said her hands-on experience with robotics, in addition to touring local engineering companies, clarified that the field of mechanical engineering is a good fit for her love of technology and mathematics, as well as satisfying an outlet for her creativity. Martine's ACE math and mechanics teacher, Mr. Howard Altman, has had nothing but outstanding things to say about her in his letter of recommendation. He raved about her abilities to be not only a team player, but also a team leader. And Mr. Altman told us, as a math teacher with 14 years of electrical engineering experience, Martine is my first student in 13 years of teaching that I see pursuing a PhD in engineering, and I hope she will find ways to creatively combine math, art, and geometry and engineering. Martine has been accepted to and plans to attend Georgia Tech. She plans to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering. Congratulations. Our fifth recipient of a $1,000 Clay County Chamber Scholarship is Crystal Seiler. Crystal is a senior and an International Baccalaureate Program candidate at Ridgeview High School. She's a member of the Science Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, a Florida State Thespian, and serves as the National Honor Society Senior Representative. Crystal has an extremely creative way to find ways to combine her passion for helping others with her talents in academics and the arts. She's involved in the PET or PET project, building transportation devices for handicapped people abroad, and played an active role with the ESE department's broadcasting program at the school called Blue Sky News. She's inspired to share Blue Sky News with the world, and she created a website on the program's initiatives and the members involved. It was here that she discovered her love for web design and advertising technologies. Crystal's teacher, Christine Guha, admires her dedication to her studies, and she said in her letter of recommendation that Crystal exhibits an advanced level of maturity in poise, and she enjoys her thoughtful comments and passionate engagement with various forms of the arts. Crystal will be attending the University of Central Florida, where she will study computer science, and she hopes to learn more about developing websites, apps, and other computer programs for organizations and companies worldwide. Congratulations. Our sixth recipient of the $1,000 Chamber Scholarship could not be here as well due to an academic engagement today. I don't know why schools are in session right now. So I'd like to introduce a little bit about Sierra Williams, but she couldn't be here. Sierra is a senior at Keystone Heights High School, and she's a dedicated member of Senior Girls, the National Honor Society, and HOSA, which is Health Occupations Students of America. And it's been through her involvement in HOSA that she discovered her calling for helping others. Through HOSA, Sierra volunteers 16 hours a week, every week, to help in various areas in the healthcare field, including at special needs classrooms, doctor's offices, fire and rescue, and nursing homes. As a CNA student in the nursing assistant program at Keystone Heights High School, she has been able to put her classroom knowledge to use for HOSA, as well as in her job at the Park of the Palms Christian Assisted Living, where she's one of the caregivers for its 30 residents. Her CNA instructor at Keystone Heights, Ms. Lynn Dickinson, has called Sierra a young woman of great integrity. She told us that Sierra plans to pursue a career in the field of health and that she is confident she will be an outstanding member of the healthcare industry one day as she continues her education. It comes as no surprise that Sierra plans to study health sciences and nursing after graduating from high school. She hasn't made her final decision, but she told me that she's leaning toward enrolling at the University of North Florida. It's a great opportunity for nursing. So congratulations to Sierra. Last but certainly not least, we've saved our $2,000 Clay Chamber Scholarship winner for last. So I'd like to welcome Taylor Paddock up to the... Keystone Heights High School, and she's currently earning college credit through Santa Fe State College's dual enrollment program. She is the class president, National Honor Society member, and Key Club lieutenant governor. Her leadership role and involvement in Key Club at Keystone Heights High has given her a wealth of opportunity and opened the door to discovering her future college major. Taylor said that the experiences from Key Club showed her that the business world is a place where she wants to engage her talents to create a better environment for those around her. She credits this to developing a better cultural understanding through meeting, working with, and befriending students from around the globe. And most importantly, Taylor told us that the Key Club taught her how to be a leader rather than a boss. An interesting distinction. Michelle Waka, the Key Club faculty advisor for Keystone Heights High School, has had the privilege to work with Taylor throughout her high school career, and she spoke of Taylor in her letter, saying she had all the signs of excellence 3 years ago and has since matured into a person of integrity and accomplishment. It is rare to meet a high school student who is so mature, organized, and results-oriented. Taylor's been accepted to the University of Florida, where she plans to study business administration, and she then intends to go on to pursue a master's in health administration. Congratulations, Taylor. So let's give all of our scholarship recipients one final round. Very excited to be able to offer these scholarships and to hear the stories of so many really successful students, all from Clay County. It's a great place to be and a great system to work in, and it's a wonderful process to see the scholarship program at work here. So thank you for supporting it. At this time, I'm going to turn the program over to Brian Knight, who's the Education and Workforce Development Committee Chair on the Clay County Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. Brian's the founder and CEO of Pragmatic Works and also works very closely with the Academies of Clay. And Brian is going to be presenting this year's Academy Spotlight Student and Teacher Awards. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Sorry, they don't do these podiums for 6'5" people like this. So, one of the most exciting assets, I think, in Clay County is the Academy program. And we're excited at the Chamber to recognize some of these outstanding students and teachers that make up the Academy. But first of all, before we begin, we're going to recognize one student and one teacher from each of the academies. Before we begin, though, I just want to recognize all the teachers that are here today that are Academy teachers. You wave your hand, if you are. Stand up. Yeah. So we're going to start with Clay High School today. And from Clay High School, the Chamber would like to recognize Kirsten Lee Weiner. Come on up here. Academy Arts and Manufacturing Vet Assistants at Clay High School, and as a perfect representative of the Academy Student of the Year for Clay High School. Kirsten is able to maintain a balance between her academics and extracurricular activities. She maintains a high level of classes of Algebra 2 honors, AP Human Geography, excuse me, and with that, she maintains a 4.4 GPA. That's amazing. Kirsten's a member of the Blue Devil Brigade and plays the flute. If that's not enough, she also plays a violin, piano, piccolo, and on her own time. She excels at her academy and making the all-county band as a freshman. Even with that heavy course load, that's not enough. She's also a Girl Scout, and she volunteers at the FLYCA, and she dances in the senior company at the Weiner School of Arts. Kirsten's a model student and well-deserving of the Clay High School Academy Student of the Year. And from Blooming High School, the Chamber would like to recognize Carly Larson. Carly is a student at ViStar School of Business and Finance, has lived in Clay County for almost 3 years, is the middle child of 3 siblings. One of the biggest challenges that Carly's faced is moving around quite so often, and she's been to 7 different states as time goes on. However, if you ask her, she simply states, "It's helped me become more flexible and adaptable to change." Carly has immersed herself, into high school life and being involved in a varsity soccer team as only a freshman. But she's also greatest accomplishment, as she reflects on, was when she's offered a student manager at the ViStar Academy. during the 2015-2016 school year. It was truly an honor to get one of these coveted positions, Carly stated. When asked about the Academy experience that meant to her, Carly states that the Academies have proven so many opportunities for so many students. It provides hands-on skill to regular classes can't teach. This is one of the best things about Academies, I think, that Carly's really bringing it home. Fleming High School is proud to announce Carly as the Academy Student of the Year. From Keystone Heights, the Chamber would like to recognize Lauren Hopesapian. Sorry about that. Sorry, Lauren. Lauren is an active member at Keystone Heights at a School of Agri-Science, Manufacturing, and Technology. She easily carries a 4.0 GPA, or 4.2 weighted, while she performs leadership duties at the National Honor Society, FFA, Student Council. Lauren is a proud and respected ambassador for Keystone Heights and representing her school at soccer and flag football fields as well. Keystone Heights School is proud to announce Lauren as our Student of the Year. And then from Middleburg High School, the Chamber would like to recognize Zomara Roland Rivera. Zomara is a 9th grade student enrolled at Middleburg High School, completing honors-weighted classes in computer systems and information technology, right off my own heart, under our Vital Academy, Visual Information Technology and Leadership Academy. She carries a 3.6 unweighted GPA, or a 3.9 weighted GPA, and she has been selected the Student of the Month in the Vital Academy in January, an honor which sets a high bar. She's also working diligently towards her CompTI A+ certification right now. In addition to her passion to computer systems and information technology, she also enjoys cooking. I need to call you, I guess. Computer science and cooking is like the best of all worlds. And enrolled in the culinary arts class to satisfy her creative needs. She is on her way to becoming college and career ready with her knowledge, skills, and abilities and on demand by all employers. Congratulate Samara and her recent award for the Middleburg Academy Student. And from Oakland High School in Orange Park, Florida, Chamber would like to recognize Cameron McKenzie. Cameron is a freshman in the Digital Commercial and Media Academy at Oakleaf High School. And in March, Cameron has passed 2 of the 3 Microsoft Office Specialist tests, and is on his way to learning how to pass the 3rd one. Cameron is a model student in the Introduction to Information Technology. He focuses on his work and is willing to help others when he gets stuck, which is a great capability. His sense of humor and quite witty and professional demeanor during presentations and public speaking are admirable. Cameron represents Oakleaf High School and very well deserving of the Oakleaf Academy Student of the Year. Congratulations. And from my alma mater, Orange Park High School, the Chamber would like to recognize Cody Charles. Five-star Academy of Business and Leadership at Orange Park High School. Cody has lived his entire life in Orange Park, like myself as well. Cody has always excelled academically, and since beginning at W.E. Cherry Elementary. When he started at Orange Park High, he joined the REACH, which is gives the ability to, where he's able to make new friends and help with spiritual beliefs as well at the same time during AP level classes. As a student at the ViStar Academy of Business and Leadership, he sees the opportunity to apply for a ViStar internship, but never thought he would be able to be one of the 12 students that were actually selected and applied. That's awesome. He is honored to have been selected and is excited to learn hands-on the business experience from ViStar. Cody plans to continue getting involved, running from student government positions, participate in drama, and meet the requirements for membership in the National Honor Society. His goal is to maintain his grades, graduate at the top of his class in 2018, and he's also working toward on a scholarship at major university. Please join me in congratulating Cody for his. From Ridgeview High School, excuse me. Let's congratulate Joshua Smart. Joshua innovation with intentions of completing both visual design and web development programs. Joshua has been able to maintain a nearly perfect 4.0 GPA in honors level classes. His technology instructors nominated him for being a student who is constantly respectful, helpful, and positive. Joshua has earned his Adobe Photoshop industry certification, as well as currently working towards his Microsoft Office Specialist certification. In addition to working at the Academy, Joshua has founded the Richview Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually got it right. All right, good deal. After school program. He has also began working on designing his own customized card games, including custom digital arts for his cards. After he completes the program at Richview, Joshua intends to go to college and for video game design. And Richview High School is pleased to have students like Joshua represent the Panther Nation and proud to honor him as an Academy Student of the Year at Richview High School. Gather at the end of this presentation for a photo opportunity. Okay. And now we'll move on to our teachers. I just want to give a big hand to all the teachers, though, before we begin. One more time. From Clay High School in Green Cove Springs, the Chamber recognizes Harold Rutledge. As the Director of the Academy of Law Enforcement and Emergency Services at Clay County School System, developing curriculum and overseeing the program, which has served more than 300 students to date. Not only that, Harold began in law enforcement more than 30 years ago, so Clay County is really honored to have him as a teacher as well. And he's proven leadership and manager. Harold knows all aspects of law enforcement and possesses empathy and for both duties and citizens at Clay County. He retired from the Sheriff's Department in 2004, at which time he ran for and was elected to the Clay County Board of Commissioners, where he served as a finance committee and oversaw a $236 million budget. Committed to development of our youth, Harold has served a variety of positions, including resource officer at Richview and Clay High School, instructor at ITT Technical College, and leader at the Florida Sheriff's Explorer Association. Harold remains active in the Clay County and as a community volunteer, and the treasurer of Clay County Action Coalition, and is a member of multiple professional and civic action groups. Harold has devoted his entire adult life to law enforcement and community service at Clay High School, and is proud to present him the Academy Teacher of the Year. Thank you, guys. From Fleming Island High School, the Chamber would like to recognize Mary Sal. Mary is a team facilitator at the Academy of Visual Performing Arts at Fleming Island High School. After finishing her degree in English education in 1983, she began her teaching career at Ed White High School and then at Wilson High School. Taking a break from teaching for 20 years to raise 2 daughters, she continued her education working on several master's degrees. Additionally, she ran a small decorating business, decorating houses, designing and sewing window treatments, and other accessories for pieces of home. Ms. Salad has returned to teaching 5 years ago, and in the last year she stepped into the role of becoming the team facilitator for the Academy of Visual and Performing Arts. Since she often incorporates art into her curriculum because of her artistic talents, she strongly believes in tapping into the students' creative side as they digest literature and they study dynamic, miraculous combinations that truly enhance a deeper learning and appreciation of literature. Fleming Island High School is proud to announce Mary Stout as their Academy Teacher of the Year. From Keystone Heights, the Chamber is happy to recognize Lydia Senedo. Lydia teaches an Academy of Business, Leadership, and Advanced Studies at Keystone High School. Lydia came to the country in 1985, where she learned English language in Miami. She transferred in 1990 to the University of Florida and earned her master's degree in Spanish. She has been a foreign language teacher at Keystone since 2005. And is also the adjunct professor at Santa Fe College, where she has numerous dual enrollment students. Lydia is also known for being a wonderful sense of humor, caring, constructive, and communication with 175 students and parents. She gave up her planning period this year, for an entire school year to teach an additional class, a Spanish class, allowing 24 students to meet their graduation requirements. Just recently, she organized a field trip to Laredo's restaurant so that the students could practice their new language, and she enjoys sharing her Cuban cuisine as well. Lydia is a well-respected educator and blessings to the students. Keystone Heights is proud to announce Lydia as our Teacher of the Year for the Academy. From Middleburg High School, the Chamber recognizes Amy Bridges. Amy is a team leader at Middleburg High School STEAM Academy. It's a science, technology, agri-science, and automotive, in case you're curious. Ms. Bridges is a leader among her peers and is selected amongst Middleburg High School's Academy Teacher of the Year, and faculty and staff hard work and dedication for two students. Ms. Bridges is the epitome of an educator who provides rigor, relevance, and relationships to her students, staff, and fellow educators as she juggles competing priorities on behalf of her students on a daily basis. Amy teaches horticulture curriculum, working closely with FNGLA, the Florida Nursery Growers and Landscaping Association, to provide an engaging lessons which will assist her students in passing FNGLA industry certification. Amy guides her students on Operation Bloomin' Broncos. That's a great name. On her students' run a school-based floral business. In doing so, Amy teaches her students entrepreneurism, horticulture, and real-world applications while serving the community with their flower arrangements and sales for the community service projects. Amy is a co-sponsor of FFA, coordinating award-winning FFA chapter activities, events, while working with FFA alumni to provide continuous FFA classroom field trips and hands-on learning experience. The list of accomplishments and hard work from Ms. Bridges is endless. Please join Middleburg High School in congratulating Ms. Amy Bridges for her well-deserved Teacher of the Year award. And then from Oakleaf High School, the Chamber recognizes Amy Ahrens. Amy serves on the Digital and Commercial Media Academy at Oakleaf High School and is the Career and Technical Education Department Chair and a mentor to the news teachers. Amy has taught commercial photography at Oakleaf High School since its inaugural year in 2010 until present. Photography has always been a passion of Amy and a hobby since high school. This is when she decided to turn her hobby into a career as she entered Columbia College at Chicago, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts in Photography and Marketing Communication. Her personal photography has also been fine art based. She plans to make and publish fine art books in the future. Ms. Ahrens also holds one of the highest rated students passing industry certifications in the county, which allows the students to have greater career options after high school. Oakleaf is proud to have Amy Ahrens represent its school as the Academy Teacher of the Year. From Orange Park High School, the Chamber would like to recognize Rafael Ramos. Mr. Ramos is a certified nurse and a paramedic who specializes in trauma. He is currently the lead CTE instructor at Orange Park High School, the Raiders Health Academy. Mr. Ramos has been in the healthcare profession since 1973 as an emergency medical technician in South Bronx, and later became a paramedic at Orange Park at New York City Emergency Medical Service since the mid-'80s. Prior to Mr. Ramos coming to Orange Park, he was a nurse at Orange Park Medical Center, and he also taught at Middleburg High School. Your wife taught at Middleburg High School. Excuse me, Mr. Ramos. As part of being a member of the HOSA, the Health Occupation Students of America, Mr. Ramos has served on Florida Board of Directors while being Region X Advisor and being judged for regional, state, and national level. He is a member of the Florida Medical Reserve Corps and a specialized team of medical professionals who respond to disasters and render medical care, as well as being team leader for opening a special needs shelter in Jacksonville. Please join me in Orange Park alumni as well, in congratulating congratulating him for winning the Academy Teacher of the Year. And our last high school is Ridgeview High School. Please join me in congratulating Scott Thomas. Mr. Thomas has been teaching the business and IT courses at Ridgeview Career and Technology Education Department for the past 8 years. In addition to serving CTE department head, Mr. Thomas has also been the girls golf head coach, team facilitator of the Academy of Technology and Innovation District Core team member, and a member of the Ridgeview High School Foundations team and the School Advisory Council. This year, Mr. Thomas has spearheaded the school's Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy in conjunction with the Approaches and Learning course at the IB career-related program. The intent of the corporation's Leadership Academy is to strengthen students' abilities to impact local community through meaningful engagement and service leadership. Mr. Thomas has built an authentic and meaningful relationships with local and national business partners to help them serve the students' efforts outside the classroom. His commitment to leadership will result in the students constructing and donating 140 rain retention water barrels and local community near month to benefit the local ecosystem through education. Ridgeview High School family is pleased to announce that Scott Thomas is our Academy Teacher of the Year. Thank you. And please congratulate all the teachers one more time that won the award. For a photo as well, and I'd like to hand this back over to Doug Humphrey.
Yes, just as a reminder that at the end of the ceremony, all awardees come up for photos. That would be fantastic. I was ranked first in my class in high school on the first day of freshman year. After that, I went downhill. Aerospace as a retired Navy pilot and as a superintendent's halo background, we appreciate your commitment to aerospace and making the aviation safer. Georgia Tech, go Buzz. Is there, so a little partial. All fantastic stuff. What rain barrel stuff? California could use that technology right about now. So thank you. Fantastic accomplishments, and thanks for all you do. Now, as we talk about all these weighted grades, I used to challenge my daughter's Ridgeview and Orange Park grads to beat my grades, but they have this weighted grade thing that I didn't have when I was a kid, so no wonder I got killed. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to introduce to you our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Anna Liebisch, Executive Director of the St. John's River State College, Orange Park campus. With more than 20 years of experience as an educator and college administrator, Dr. Anna Liebisch has been instrumental in paving the academic paths for the countless workforce members currently serving our communities. First joining St. John's River State College in 1998, Dr. Liebisch has served 9 years as the Vice President for Workforce Development, respectfully known throughout the college community as the Workforce Workhorse. Dr. Liebisch has led the college in developing more than 50 programs to answer the local workforce needs, partnering with the Northeast Florida Business and Industries, as well as the Clay County School District's Career Academy programs. She was also instrumental in the development of 2 of the college's 3 baccalaureate programs, Bachelor of Science in Nursing and the Bachelor of Science in Organizational Management. Dr. Liebisch's latest leadership role as the Executive Director for the St. John's River State's Orange Park campus encompasses the daily operations of the campus, as well as provides leadership of faculty and service to the college's #1 priority, its students. In 2011, while serving her college and community and raising a family, Dr. Liebisch received her doctoral degree in higher education from the University of Florida. She was also presented with the Outstanding Graduate Award, an honor bestowed every 5 years to a select number of graduates. Congratulations. In addition to serving as a board member for the Clay County Economic Development Corporation, St. Vincent's Hospital, and the Haven Hospice Community Advisory Board, Dr. Liebisch is also active with Clay County's Take Stock in Children, the Pace Center for Girls, and the Sacred Heart Church. Working with the Clay Chamber has also been a top priority for Dr. Liebisch. She is a former chair of the Chamber's Economic Advisory Board and remains active by supporting the Chamber's workforce and education programs. Please give a warm chamber welcome to Dr. Anna Liebisch, Executive Director of the St. Vincent State College.
Now, when Doug asked me to speak, I said, Doug, how long do I have? And I'm going to pull that email out because Doug responded and said, 5 minutes. And I paused, and I noticed a few of you are laughing because I'm like, when has Doug ever talked for 5 minutes? So I promise, my remarks will be within 5 to 10 minutes. How's that? First of all, let me congratulate the teachers and the students here today. I'm very honored, and quite frankly, I'm humbled to be standing here before you as your keynote speaker. Because we're truly celebrating your accomplishments, not mine. But it does remind me of what it was like to be 18, which was a long time ago. And I thought about showing you my senior picture, but I'll tell you, the big hair 80s days did not do me well. So I spared you that, and instead would like to share a little bit with you about my own journey and what brought me to where I am today. So my goal of my remarks is just that, to give you a few of my life lessons. But to do that, you need to know a little bit more about me. I grew up on a farm in a very rural, poor area of Missouri. There were only 300 people in the small town that I grew up in. And I always joke that I'm not even part of that population count. You know the signs on the road that says the population is 300, so our farm was outside of that sign. So we weren't even counted in that population. I am one of 5 children. I'm the only girl. I have 4 brothers. And you probably wouldn't believe it by the fact that I am standing here in front of you today, but I was one of the shyest, quietest, most fearful little girls you can imagine. I was that little girl who would cling onto her father's leg and hide behind her father's leg, and when somebody said hello to me, I would just step back. That was me. My father only went to 8th grade. My mother did finish high school. There was no one in my family until my brother who had ever gone to college. And not just my immediate family, but my extended family. No one. There was no one. We were poor, but I never really realized we were poor because we always had everything we need. But the one thing we didn't have was enough money for any of us to go to college. So all of us knew, my brother and I knew, that if we were going to make that choice to go to college, it was on us. Ultimately, fast forward many, many years, ultimately, I ended up being the first girl. I can't claim to be the first one in my family because one of my brothers had to beat me. I was the first girl in my family to get a college degree. I was the first one, and I did beat my brothers on this. Notice there's some competitiveness there, to get a master's degree. And I am the only one in my family to ever gotten a doctorate degree. I can guarantee you that the 18-year-old girl had no idea that this would be her journey. And that today, I'd be living what is now my dream. So here starts lesson number 1. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. It's clear to me that the teachers and the students in the room know the value of work. But it was my father who instilled that in me early on. Growing up on the farm isn't the most glamorous lifestyle sometimes. And sometimes if you really want to know, I've done some really, really messy things. But he instilled this work ethic in me early. I am not the smartest person by far. I was not top of my class. Nor am I the fastest person ever. But I always always work hard at whatever I do. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. You have to work to get there. It takes hard work and sacrifice. You are here today because you've chosen to work. I don't have to tell you that. But continue your endeavors to succeed in school. But go beyond that. Give 110%. Never say, it is not my job. I couldn't have planned this better, but as I was walking up to the center today, I'm going to tell on one of our county commissioners, but he's also a member of our board of trustees here at St. John's River State College. As I was walking up, he was in the parking lot helping one of our students get his car started, jump his car. And I can guarantee you that Mr. Wendell Davis here didn't think for an instant, well, that's not my job. He did what needed to be done. Vince Lombardi said, winners never quit and quitters never win. Never say it's not my job. Lesson number 2, your mistakes, weaknesses, and fears do not define you. Boy, if they did, some of those mistakes and weaknesses I have would be scars on me right now. Everyone has faults. We all have weak spots. We all make mistakes. But what's important is that you recognize them, that you work to correct them, but you don't let them define you. Don't ever assume that you can't do something just because it's not what you're good at or you've never tried it. If you fail, dust yourself up and get right back up again. Ultimately, what will define you is not your handicaps, but your willingness to continue on even through adversity. That shy little girl would not be standing here today if I had not chosen that path and dusted myself off. And my parents had no idea. They really didn't. They still to this day had no idea what they were doing for me. But in grade school, I started giving speeches. And believe it or not, I'm still that shy, introverted little girl. That is who I am. But what really helped me was starting to give speeches. And then when I went to high school, I was in FFA. Again, I was one of 2 girls in FFA. You see the theme here? One of the only girls, boys. I was one of only 2 girls in FFA. And through FFA, I developed my speaking abilities even more and went to the state competition and won 2nd during the FFA Creed. And so don't ever walk away from your fears. Embrace them. Likewise, don't ever neglect to try something new. Sometimes in order for you to find your true potential, you need to attack fear and get out of your comfort zone. Find what you are meant to do in life and create your legacy. I want you to be bold and courageous. Let me say that again. Be bold and courageous. John Wayne said, now for some of us old folks in the room, we know who John Wayne is. John Wayne said, courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. When you look back on your life, you'll regret the things you didn't do more than the things that you did. And the more you're willing to conquer your fears and try things despite being afraid of them, the more you grow as a person. I've had a lot of opportunity to grow, and I'm blessed for those opportunities. And let me give you a secret. You never stop being afraid. There's always something that you will be afraid of. I am grateful for my struggles, because without them, I would have never found what my strengths are. People either inspire you or they drain you. Surround yourself with the dreamers and the doers, the believers and thinkers, but most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness within you, even when you don't see it yourself. For the students sitting here today, you are surrounded by people who see greatness in you. Take advantage of those opportunities that they give you to mentor you, to support you. I had a handful of people who did that for me. Mary, who showed me that it was okay to be a strong, outspoken girl. Rob, who kept me in college. I went off to the big old university. The little old farm girl went off to the big old university. And I wasn't lucky enough where I was in Missouri that we had a state community college system, because that probably would have been a better environment for me. My first mistake was signing up for classes my first semester. I had 3 classes, carried a full-time load, 15 credit hours. Those 3 classes were 5 credit hours each. Do you know what happens when you get a C in a 5 credit hour course? Do you know what happens when you get a C in 2 5 credit hour courses? And at the same time, because I shared with you, my parents just didn't have the resources to pay for college, I was working my way through college. And for those of you who don't know this yet, college is really, really hard. It is. Don't go into it believing that it's going to be a breeze. College is really, really hard. And so it was Rob, who worked in the Student Career Counseling Center, that I met when I was applying for a job. And it was Rob who was one of those people who saw within me that greatness that I had yet to define or find in myself. He was a mentor to me. And what I ask for each of you to do is to be those same types of mentors. Ultimately, being successful doesn't necessarily make you great. What makes you great is when you reach back and you help somebody else attain that level of success. Help other people become great. We've heard a lot about what leaders you already are, and without a fact, the teachers that are your teachers and administrators you're surrounded by are leaders as well. This is the last thing that I'm going to challenge you to be in a lesson. Be a servant leader. We are born with an innate impulse to first serve others. Service before self. Find purpose and meaning in your life and contribute to the greater good. Contribute to your communities. Are we born leaders? Is it given to us? Do we earn it? I personally believe that leadership is a choice. We all should choose to be leaders. But to do so, we need to understand leadership is about the decisions you make and the actions you take each and every day. When we seek to discover the best in others, we will bring the best out in ourselves. I asked as well, if you look around your room, you heard some of your business leaders and your education leaders talking about having grown up here. And I hear many of you are going away to college, and if you change your mind, it's okay. St. John's River State College is right here. We will be here to support you. But what I challenge you to do, as many of the leaders here today have done, is come back to your communities. Come back and do your service here. And make it a better place. So take advantage of all the opportunities that still present you in school and throughout college. Remember these few lessons that I've shared with you, and that this is neither a beginning or an ending, but a journey for each one of us. And I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite quotes from none other than Christopher Robin's to Winnie the Pooh. Always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Thank you for sharing a bit of my journey, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Lebish, for those very inspiring and wonderful words. Greatly appreciated. And I just want to say, having been a grader for several years, if you read the applications that these kids have done, especially this year, but over the years, the excellence that they achieve with some of the life struggles they go through, the number of activities, as you've heard, it's pretty awe-inspiring to see that this is our next generation of leaders. So I'm pretty content that our next generation is going to handle it quite nicely. And to the teachers that instill them with the work ethic to reach for the stars and reach those stars, thank you so much. So it's an honor for the Clay Chamber Foundation to be able to take the time to honor them as you have taught them. To the kids going off to school, congratulations. I will give you personal experiences. You're going to go to some great institutions. That's another thing, is now you're going to go to institutions with a sea of all-stars, and if you go in there thinking, oh, I'm just going to do rock and roll there, now you're dealing with kids just like you from all around the country that are there doing the same thing you are, reaching for the stars. So continue to work hard, as Dr. Leavish said. Don't take anything for granted. Excellence will be recognized, especially by the business community who needs your talents. And in aerospace, just make sure the font on the HUD, the heads-up display, you keep those big enough for guys so you don't need that's not good if you're in a cockpit. Ooh, my glasses, where did my glasses go? Before we close, I would like to make a few announcements, some chamber events. We have our annual golf tournament coming up, sponsored by Comcast, April 30th at Magnolia Point. On Friday, May 22nd, we honor our fellow Americans at the annual Military Appreciation Luncheon right here at Thrasher Horn. And I want to thank Thrasher Horn and Bob Wilson, who's also a board member. This is a fabulous facility, and thank you for allowing us to be here and utilize your facility. To get a chance, go up and see some of the wonderful events coming up this fall with the new Tenyaki as our director. They got America, Billy Unball. I mean, they got some great stuff coming this year, so fantastic. President Pickens, thanks for making this a great campus here in Orange Park and Clay County. The annual military is sponsored by ViStar, who is a great partner with the military, and we are very appreciative of them. And the speaker is going to be Colonel Crable out of Blount Island. And if you don't realize how much the Blount Island folks support the war effort and the global war on terrorism, it's pretty awe-inspiring. We have our Teacher Appreciation Expo. That'll be in August, I think August 4th, but we're still working the date with Sharice and the school district. Great opportunity to give back to the teachers. Finally, also, we have a whole slew of things from our councils to our networking events. It's kind of like going to college and you get that scheduled events. You just put all those chamber events in your account on your phones, and then we'll work backwards from there. So thank you all who support all of our councils as well. Finally, I just want to extend our gratitude and appreciation again to our scholarship committee who took the time to dedicate and recognize these wonderful awardees. Today's title sponsor, the Jacksonville Home Care Assistants, thank you. And today's valedictorian sponsors, ViStar Credit Union and the Unigo Group. Additionally, we appreciate the support from the Oakleaf, Ridgeview, Keystone, and Middleburg High Schools, as well as the Career and Technical Education Department. We thank Carrabba's again for a wonderful meal. Thank you so much. And the Thrasher Horn for a great facility here. Thanks to everyone for being here today, and to all who helped make this important event possible. And again, a reminder for all the awardees to come up for some photos. Again, have a great day, and thank you again for all you do in the community.